Basketball.
I didn't know what to talk about in today's video, I'm not gonna lie, but you've been seeing a lot of publications this week starting to make their first MVP ladders, MVP rankings. I don't know why everything has to be in ladders. Like, what does that communicate to me? There's been a lot of MVP rankings in the first, 2 weeks of the season now. We're already over 10% of the way through the NBA season, which is kind of crazy to think about. Time really does fly, but there is still plenty of way to go, so nothing I say in this video is going to be true by the end of the year, or most of it. Like, Shai will probably be in the same spot, because he's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and, stuff like that. But for the most part, this is a very early look at who's going to be an MVP candidate this year. If you guys like this one, make sure to like and subscribe. I'm trying to hit 500. I can never say this properly. I'm trying to hit 500 subscribers pretty soon, so that would be really appreciated. We're going to hopefully do some kind of special video, maybe a Q&A, but most likely another tier list at 500 subs. Maybe we'll save the Q&A for 1,000 subscribers so I know that we can get more people involved. Let's just get into this one though, man. We've got a lot of people to talk about. I'm going to start from 10 and go all the way to 1. I don't really have any honorable mentions for this one just because I didn't think there were that many good ones. I guess Pascal Siakam is an honorable mention, even though the Pacers are 1-9, just because it feels like he's the only basketball player left on that team. So shout out Spicy P. Shout out Jalen Brunson, I guess, because I didn't mention the Knicks in this video. But yeah, let's get into it. At number 10, it's Donovan Mitchell. The Cavs have been kind of out of sorts this season at times. Their backcourt situation's been really weird. Jalen Tyson and Craig Porter have gotten a lot of minutes. Darius Garland sat for almost the whole year so far, other than 2 games with this toe injury. And Ty Jerome downgraded to Lonzo Ball is not as good as I expected so far. Lonzo is just he just doesn't really want to do a lot on offense. He's just very hesitant to shoot or to be aggressive at all, which I guess is understandable. But kind of because of that, their backcourt's been pretty shaky, and so Mitchell has been the only consistent offense that they've had for the most part. Evan Mobley has looked good, but he's kind of plateaued since last year, and Donovan has been putting up 30 a night on good shooting. He just looks like a really natural leader for this team. He's been hooping, he's doing his Donovan Mitchell thing. Super deadly downhill score. His dribbling looks like it's scripted. It's so precise. It's so perfect. I always talk about this with Donovan Mitchell, but this guy's ball handling is it's second to almost none in the NBA. It's not the flashiest all the time, although he can get super nasty with it too, but he is so damn effective, and this season he's really been putting that on display. They're the second best team in the East, and no one's really talking about them, but that's just kind of what the Cavs do. They're a regular season wins machine. We'll see if this can translate to the playoffs, but we've got a lot of way to go before we know more about this team and whether or not they're even the 1 seed, the 2. We don't even know that yet. For God's sakes, the Pistons are basically the best team in the conference right now. The things are not set in stone by any means. But yeah, Donovan Mitchell at 10. I think this is probably going to be where he stays for most of the year. At number 9, I got Tyrese Maxey. He has been kind of bench pressing the Sixers low-key. He is now for sure the alpha of this team. Joel Embiid is kind of hobbling. It's weird. I don't really know how much of Joel Embiid is still left. Because from game to game his performance has varied so much this season. And I don't know if I've watched enough of the Sixers to say for sure that he's completely cooked. But there's a lot of concerning signs, and Tyrese Maxey has really had to shoulder a lot of the burden because of that. With added muscle, he just looks so much more of a force scoring the basketball. He can get his shot off in a phone booth. He's shooting 9 threes a game on really, really high efficiency. He's putting up just monster numbers every single night. He's deferring to VJ Edgecombe a lot as well. He's showing a lot of good natural leadership qualities. I just think the Sixers would be completely boned if not for the fact that Tyrese Maxey is putting up MVP level numbers. I'm interested to see how this team is going to build around him going forward, because to be honest, other than Kelly Oubre, who's somehow playing almost 40 minutes a game this season, they've got no reliable 3-and-D wings. Their defense is really cratered. Their offense is top 5. Their defense is not good at all. But Tyrese Maxey has been awesome this year. He's looked every bit the part of a superstar, and he could totally keep this up, I think. I don't think this is necessarily hot shooting. Some of it definitely is, but I think just just like the added size and skill and opportunity, this is just kind of who he is. Like a damn near 30 point per game scorer. It seems pretty reasonable to me. At number 8, I'm gonna go with Alperen Sengun. He has just been schooling defenses in the NBA with his YMCA bag this year. Like, he looks like he's just like an unk pulling up to the rec center, just schooling you with the post moves. He has just become so effective this year, even though his game is still not, and is probably becoming even less pretty. Like, the way even when he schooled Giannis at the end of the Bucks game the other day, like, that was just because, like, he just, like, sort of, like, spammed, like, sort of, like, dribble moves plus, like, post-ups at half court until Giannis got, like, confused, and that's how you get 2 free points, essentially. He's averaging 22, 10, and 7, which is, like, a monster stat line. I think we really, in the modern NBA, sort of underestimate how crazy the, like, Sabonis stat line is that Sengun is putting up this year. Domas averages this, like, almost every season. This year, it's Alperen Sengun. It is just, it's pretty crazy to be a center and averaging 7 assists while being good at other stuff. Jokic has made that look pretty normal, but like this is still like a very rare breed of player that Sengun has become. And the Rockets have the best offense in the NBA, despite not a lot of spacing, despite not a lot of point guard play. Sengun has just done so much as a playmaker, as an offensive hub. And the Rockets are in the top half of the harder conference, and the Rockets stand out as one of the better teams with Sengun at the helm. So I'm gonna put him in at number 8, just a little bit ahead of Maxey, just because I think the Rockets are a little bit more, just because I think part of it is just the Rockets have been better, and I think Sengun's game is just a little bit more like he just does a little bit more to make the whole offense sing. He is an offensive engine, where I just think like Maxey is like an individual offensive dynamo. Like Sengun sort of makes the whole thing work. He's the straw that stirs the drink, if you will. Then at number 7, another straw is going to be Josh Giddey. The Bulls have been like pretty damn hot this year. They're cooling down a bit now in the last few games, but Josh Giddey's numbers still look phenomenal. He's putting up 22, 9, and 9 on good shooting. He orchestrates like everything for this team, and they're clutched down the stretch because of him. They pull out tough wins because of him. But to just talk about the basketball, he's been pretty effective in the clutch. He's just a really good offensive player. For a guy with not a lot of athleticism, not a lot of like intuitive scoring ability, he's really good at using his size and his length to sort of score on the interior. His jump shot looks a little better, although I don't really think it's anywhere close to making him an elite jump shooter just yet. But like, yeah, man, the Bulls have been really, really good this year, and he's basically averaging a triple-double as their best player. Yes, they've sort of fallen in the last few games, but like without Giddey, I think they'd be in deep shit. You saw down the stretch of that Cavs game they played the other day that they just sort of like fell apart in the fourth quarter when he wasn't on the floor with an ankle issue. And I think the fact that he's just been able to sort of like man the ship and keep this team, which was not expected to be good at all. I took the under on the Bulls at like 31.5, and Giddey has somehow made them so much better than I expected. It's because he gets everyone involved. It's because he's such a good playmaker. So I'll put him in at number 7. Then next, I'm going to go with Cade Cunningham at number 6. He is the best player on the best team in the East. He has elite pick and roll chemistry with Jalen Duren. He can throw the ball high enough that it'll scrape the ceiling of the arena and Jalen Duren will go up and get it. Just the way he just leads, again, just another natural leader on this team. Leads the NBA in second half scoring. I believe also in fourth quarter scoring. He averages like something like 20 plus points per game in the second half. It's crazy. Kind of a do-it-all offensive player, super clutch, just like Giddey, just like Donovan Mitchell, just like all the guys I've named pretty much so far. That's one thing that like all these guys have in common, is they're getting shit done down the stretch of the fourth quarter, and Cade Cunningham is probably the leader of that clubhouse. The Pistons have honestly surprised me this year, considering like the lack of spacing, considering the fact that like they lost Malik Beasley and downgraded to Duncan Robinson. I thought they were going to be a little bit slow during the start of the season, and they've also got injuries. Like their team is not fully healthy. No Jaden Ivey, no Marcus Sasser. Like these are some like significant losses, particularly in their backcourt, and Cade Cunningham has been better than ever in spite of that. Their defense is amazing. They kill teams on the glass. So I'll put Cade in at number 6, especially because the Pistons are the first seed right now. That's definitely going to count for a lot. Then at number 5, I'm going to go with Victor Wembanyama. He would have probably been like 1 or 2, maybe at worst 3, like a week and a half ago, but he's been knocked down a ton the last 3 games. The Suns sort of laid out a blueprint for how to really figure out Victor Wembanyama, just sort of double team him, swarm him with small guards, force him into tough shots and force him into tough situations where he doesn't just get to ISO against a center who's going to be totally helpless against his skills. Even on his worst nights, he is still basically prime Rudy Gobert with a jump shot. That is to say, he's the best defender in the NBA by a lot. He's the best rim protector in the NBA. You can always get some free, easy, like guaranteed points out of just like throwing the ball to him in the post or at the rim for a lob. He can hit catch and shoot threes. So he will give you guaranteed production on offense every night. He'll give you guaranteed elite defense every night. The Spurs are 7-2. He's still the best defender on earth. I gotta put Wemby in at 5 because he's still been awesome despite the fact that the last 3 games he's sort of been in a much worse spot, to be honest. Then at number 4, I'm going to go with SGA. The Thunder have been absolutely rolling. Best defense in the NBA. Shai basically carries their offense right now without J-Dub. Just a super consistent 30-plus points per game. He does everything very well. He's a mid-range assassin. He's got like legitimate real estate at the free throw line. Again, another guy who's super clutch, who knows how to get it done in the fourth quarter, especially the first 2 games of the season. Like, that was sort of his bread and butter, is the Thunder would push it really close in those first 2 double overtime games, and Shai would always pull it out for them. He's just been awesome. He's been Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. I don't need to say that much about him. Stop hating on him for shooting so many free throws, by the way. You take away his free throws, he's still averaging more points per game than your favorite player. At number 3, I'm going with Nikola Jokic. He is averaging a monster triple-double. Again, scoring less because he's got a better supporting cast and they have guys that they can defer to. It's actually funny kind of watching the Nuggets because as soon as Jonas Valanciunas checks into the game, they just try to use him like Jokic anyway and just throw the ball to him in the post. Really like that signing for them just because they've been able to keep their heads above water when Jokic comes off the floor. Jamal Murray's been averaging a career year, probably also because of their supporting cast and because they've gotten all these new additions that have been really good. It sort of makes sense that Jokic's assists are up and his points per game are down, and I am gonna knock him a little bit just because I don't think he has to carry as hard as he has the last few years. Whereas last year, if Jokic came off the floor, the Nuggets were absolutely cooked beyond belief. I actually think that they'll do okay in the minutes where he's not in the game, for probably in the playoffs as well, honestly, with their rotations. Cameron Johnson really needs to step it up if this team wants to like compete at the highest level. But like other than that, I mean, Jokic has made everyone look awesome, and he's just doing his Jokic thing. But I'm not gonna put him first. I'm not gonna put him second because there's 2 guys right now that are putting up like legitimately generational, all-time crazy production, and I think are carrying their teams a little bit more. Again, I don't think the Nuggets would be completely screwed if Jokic missed a game tomorrow, especially with Jamal Murray playing the way he has. But at number 2, I think Luka Doncic has been just an absolute hard carry for the Lakers. Their defense has not been good at all, but their offense has been phenomenal because Luka's basically averaging a 40-point triple-double. He's missed a few games, which I have to count against him, and his team also isn't completely screwed when he's off the court just because Austin Reeves has also been amazing, but his conditioning looks so much better. He's made massive defensive improvements. I mean, this is a guy who's got no holes left in his game. Like, the way he's scoring the ball right now is insane. It's ludicrous. There's nothing you can do about him whatsoever. We'll see how the Lakers look when fully healthy. I'm still expecting them to be even better than I anticipated originally. I penciled this team in as like the 4 seed. They may even exceed that. And Luka Doncic has just been the ringleader of all of it. When you're putting up damn near a 40-point triple-double, how do I not put you top 2 in MVP voting? It's honestly crazy that he's not number 1. But he's not because, in my opinion, Giannis is the best MVP candidate this season. Giannis is also putting up generational stats like all these guys. He's averaging 33, 12, and 6 assists. He looks like a monster on defense. He looks like prime Shaq on offense. And the reason that I would put him number 1 is when he's on the floor, everything that the Bucks do revolves around him, and it looks like every player on the court is concerned about deferring to him because it is so crucial that he bench presses the shit out of this team. Like, without Giannis, I think the Bucks are genuinely screwed. Like, there is no out for them if they don't have Giannis in the game, and he has gotten them so many easy baskets this season. He has enabled Ryan Rollins to be so much better because he's such an effective target. Their supporting cast is super wishy-washy. They just lost Torrey Taurean Prince to a neck injury. So we'll see how far the Bucks can go. Right now they're only 6-4, but I don't know if they'd have any of those 6 wins without Giannis. He has just been unbelievable this year. Maybe my favorite watch in the entire NBA. He's also just like kicking ass and taking names in terms of like getting like poster dunks and shit. His highlight reel this season has been phenomenal. Like, it's been second to none. So I'm going to put Giannis at my number 1 in my MVP ladder right now. Obviously, that can change. I'm still going to pick Luka in the long run to pull it out, just because I'm not super confident in the Bucks, and Giannis is having to do such a carry job to make this happen. But let me know what you guys think of the MVP ladder down in the comment section below. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace. I got to stop pointing at the camera like that. It's weird. It's dumb.